Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, Lavender Ibex. And I'm joined here by Commissar Roach and NGparadox. While, I don't know, NGparadox plans to murder his entire family, Roach slowly
not my
slowly goes
family, it's
insane.
another family.
Slowly goes insane.
Slowly shrink. My family slowly shrinks into nothingness.
I'm being sieged down. We lost about 4 minutes because of a desync, no big deal.
Mr.
being
Really,
sieged down because
it's just a very, like, it wasn't a good joke. Just a joke. Mr. Joke, that's all.
Interestingly, my husband's dead.
Well, hey, great. It's exactly what you want.
That's done. And I'm pregnant, apparently.
With his kid, or...?
No, of a bastard.
Oh, well, legitimize him and then make him part of the family.
Civil war to increase council power. Our liege hasn't actually raised up any troops. He's just letting me slowly get sieged down while I die painfully. Somehow I turned on, there's like some sort of debug mode, so I got this red
Maybe
box
that's
with
why
lines of
desynced
code on my
last time,
screen.
Ben.
Fuck if I know.
It's all that green, Ben. It's just... It's breaking the game. It's too much green.
The green rat. Too much green. I'm actually happy that I got my green screen and my lights on a good setup right now, because for a while.
Why'd you say that, Ben? Tomorrow you're gonna hit something and it's gonna break it all.
It was too sensitive for a while, and a lot of times like I would come in just wearing like a light gray shirt and my chest would disappear, or every once in a while just my forehead would chroma key out. But now I can wear my green shirts on screen and it's not that bad.
You know, apparently I hear it's a big problem for actors when they're working with a lot of green screen work. That the color they have to like take breaks like very often because like
just from get their like being snow blinded.
Yeah, it's kind of like that because the color doesn't exist. The reason it's used is because it doesn't exist in anywhere. Like
nature,
it's completely like it's artificial. So they have to like go outside and just look at other shades for a second, just to get back into it.
Oh my god, well, I guess it's not that big of a deal. It's more of just a slight annoyance to me every time I go to hover over a button and it's just like red box. Did you want a red box? I got a red box. All right, my council should be doing things. Yep, you're good. Research cultural tech. Collect taxes. Yup. Train troops.
I think the reason our lord isn't fighting the revolt in Tibet is because I think we're at war in India.
Is there? Because I only see one war.
There's 2 wars.
Okay, apparently, that bastard's son, apparently he's not a bastard. She decided not to reveal it, and he's an imbecile of that husband I kill's dynasty. God damn it!
Well, hey, imbecile does decrease his health, doesn't it?
I can't kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't kill him.
Yeah, hey, maybe if you ask Ben nicely, he could do a plot against your son and try and kill him.
Imbecile does not decrease health, apparently. What? But he's a bastard. Why can't I have the choice to like reveal it? That makes I hate that.
So you're trying to kill your husband?
No, I need to kill my son. My husband's good. Ben, could you? If I give you money, could you kill my son?
You can send me money and I can try.
I'll give it a good college try.
Yeah, I'll give it the old. I'll give it the old community college try.
What's the percentage you can get if you click on it?
Let's slow this down. I got a couple things going right now. So for your son, plot. All right, let's
Plot murder.
It shouldn't be too. It shouldn't be too bad.
He's an imbecile.
Nope, it's terrible. It's not gonna happen.
It's not really.
Nope. 31.5%, and there's.
If I send you lots of gold, could you pay people to join?
There, I can increase it to 41.5%. That's it.
Ah.
So not gonna happen.
Roach.
I am a 5-year-old. You could send him over here and we could have a pretty rough fight, maybe. And then...
Am I gonna make Tibet? What religion is Ben? I'm Nestorian.
How can I kill him?
All right, this chick hates me because I helped murder her father.
I guess the only thing I could do is change the law.
I'm gonna go full NG on this.
Oh, who are you gonna kill?
It's just my Duke. Well, I mean, his the one that I rebelled against because he tried to take my land. He died natural causes during the war. Then his son I helped murder. It wasn't me personally, but I assisted. And now his daughter's in charge, who's only 9 years old and fucking hates me. But
okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna, before I was annoyed that the inheritance was changing to other family. Now it's gone back to normal. I don't understand. Like now my family's back in line of succession, but
I don't see that.
But now I've had that kid, it's now effed. Why? What is going on?
Because you had a
Because you had a kid.
NG. You had a marriage, no. You had a normal, regular marriage, which meant that you are no longer the line. You don't longer keep the line, so it switches over to that guy's family after it goes no matter what. Like that. It's simple. It's the whole reason matrilineal marriage exists.
But that no, Roach, that wasn't his family. It wasn't going to his family. That's the point. It was going to a different family. Then
they had claims on it that were better than.
No, it was going to my father's other children who were not of his wife's children, the ones that actually have the claim.
Yeah, then they probably
make any sense.
That actually makes perfect sense because they have better claims on it than the guy's non-existent family.
Roach, no. Roach, they don't actually have claims on it because they're not of the woman whose claim it comes from.
I said they had better potential claims. Listen, they have better potential claims than what was left of your family, and you were at the end of your line with that guy, so it didn't go to his family because he didn't have kids, but it went to the next branch in the line that had the potential claims, where the branch happened. It's
they
simple.
weren't the next branch in the line.
Yeah, apparently they were, because that's how it calculated out. And now since you have a family that continues going down your line, then it goes back to your family.
But it was already that family was already there, Roach. I say, don't worry, you can't see it, so don't worry.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying, and it makes perfect sense. I don't understand where you're having problems with it.
Well, because it doesn't, Roach. So
it
you
does.
can either accept that or just there's nothing we can agree upon.
You need to kill that guy.
I have to kill my kid, and I can't kill my kid.
Well, I think you need to kill the husband first.
No, the husband's fine, because it's matrilineal marriage.
I already killed the husband, Ben.
Oh, that is a matrilineal marriage. Oh, I thought you already killed him?
I already killed the husband.
Okay, so you already took care of that problem. I mean, what's the problem?
Because the
Can't you just throw him in prison and then hang him?
What, the child?
Yeah.
I don't think you can throw... Oh, you can throw him in prison.
Why is this a problem? It's just a kid. He can't fight back.
For some reason, I didn't think you could put like a child in prison, like a 0-year-old.
I've done it. I've murdered like 7 thugs that way.
The council doesn't agree. Okay, we'll just put him in jail.
Put him in jail. Throw him in the oubliette.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, everyone's gonna be upset, but it's the only way this
well,
is
that or die.
Yeah. Are you kidding? And now it's come back to the other.
Because you no longer have a family. That's the.
But that doesn't mean I do have a family. That's why they can go in the inheritance.
You are the last end of your branch of the family. That's why it switches over to the next part of the family that has a potential claim.
But Ben, no, Roach, again, like I'm saying, the ones that it's now going to, they are not a branch of the family. They're not even connected to the family.
You previously said they were part of your family, your father's family.
Those are the ones who are my dynasty, Roach. And no, my father is not. It was a matrilineal marriage. So the father has no claims to anything. He's not even of the family. He has a claim to accounting.
Are you still Gavelkind?
They had a matrilineal marriage, and he had kids with another person.
Yeah, are you still Gavelkind?
Yeah.
Then that's where the fuckery is going on.
Are you agnatic or agnatic cognatic?
We are agnatic cognatic. Maybe I'll just put them all in jail.
I mean, you just keep killing them until something good happens.
I mean, that's what I was doing before. I guess now actually it's okay, because if I have a kid now, which is a small chance, then it'll be okay.
How
But now
old are
people
you?
hate me because I killed my son.
Go. Are you on? Ghost? Why are you on? Well, switch it to seduction so you can get yourself knocked up.
I've had that on it ages ago, Ben. I can't change it until 91st. Okay, 1 year.
I need one more learning. Just one. Who wants to help me smart better? Come on, tricky 1-year-old. Yeah, that is a good quote. Well, at least I'm getting my troops back now. Also, I paid to have an axe made a while ago, which is pretty sweet. Plus 5% light foot troops, 0.5 prestige per month, plus 1 martial, plus 1 personal combat skill. Hopefully I don't lose it. I really want to find, like, Roach's book out in the wild somewhere.
Yeah, it'd be great. It was a really good book. Like, it gave you, like, what was it, a 5% discount on all building purchases or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
It was like, yeah, over, if you kept that in the family, that could be worth its weight in gold, or actually worth its weight, like, triple its weight in gold.
Sadly, it's not a +2 axe. Well, yeah, then it would be, like, you know, exponentially more expensive to have purchased. I bought this gold for like 300 gold
You
pieces.
see,
If it was a
+2's just, it's over, you don't need a +2 axe. +1 axe with a magical enchantment, now that is worth the gold.
Well, I mean, this one does have a magical enchantment because it just magically makes more men appear out of the ground and makes me more prestigious.
Oh, so it's an axe of summoning.
Yeah. It's a +2 battle axe of summoning.
Yeah.
And it's got gold inlay.
So masterwork.
Sweet.
So a masterwork +2 axe.
Masterwork.
That's a
+2
pretty
battle
penny
axe
right
of
there.
Summoning. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh man.
Oh, by the way, Ben, did just because there's nothing else to really talk about. Did Cosman's commission for his for his staff like display case finish? Like because it had been a year, it had been 18 months.
Oh yeah, that would have been done.
Okay, good. It's got a little little thing in front of it. It says break glass in case of emergency. It's got its old staff.
Yes. Hermetic me up.
The Nestorian religion is growing. Tibet is a mess of religion. Nestorians, Bonds, Buddhists.
So it's almost as if like
It's almost as if we killed our way into a completely different.
Killed our way into a clusterfuck.
To be honest, I kind of like that we're Nestorian. I actually hope
You're
I want the
Nestorian.
whole place to be Nestorian.
Yeah,
That would be
Is
hilarious.
NG not here? NG's the guy with the British accent.
I wouldn't call it a British accent.
yeah. No, it is.
What? What? What would you call it?
An English accent.
It's a British accent. Yeah. Okay.
There's only 4,000 different accents in England. They're all English accents.
Specifically, what accent is it? Oh, it's a Western Liverpool accent from the
Western Liverpool below 42nd
You're
Street.
talking about the Scouse accent.
It was a joke. Oh, I have no. It was just a joke.
Well, I think someone calculated that like in England you can go like 25 kilometers in any direction and find a uniquely different accent than every other direction.
There are a lot of accents.
Well,
I guess
yeah,
it's
like
the same
even
anywhere,
within
isn't it?
even within cities, like depending on where you are in a city, it'll change. Like, well, like in the U.S., it's
Wouldn't
like
isn't it the same everywhere mostly?
no, it's not.
You can.
It's not just an
You can.
American thing?
You can pretty much go throughout most of Illinois, and people talk basically the same. It's just when you get close to Chicago or you get close to Missouri.
Well, like in America, it's like, oh, I just drove 500 miles, and now people sound a little bit different. But it's in England, it's like I drove around the block.
Hey Ben, you know the last part and the first part I was saying that people look different.
Yeah.
So apparently they're back to their old thing. So I was right. I think because what happened was when we jumped on just now, I realized I didn't have Jade Dragon activated, so I clicked on it, and now everyone looks how they should. But shouldn't they have looked at that anyway? Because you have the DLC anyway, so it shouldn't have affected how they look
But
anyway.
you don't. So the content pack that comes with if you didn't have Jade Dragon activated when you came in here, the content pack associated with it, so the faces, all that kind of stuff, and some of the code.
So you don't get that during multiplayer.
No, you get the access to the things
okay.
the DLC gives you, but all the
But not the content packs.
not the content.
I
packs.
thought actually also included the content packs. Okay.
That's why we were like, nope, you're crazy.
I just thought we did multiplayer that the person has the DLC, everyone gets that, so I just assumed the content pack was part of it. I guess that doesn't.
I am back in the Hermetic Society, trying to get OP.
Don't die.
Oh wow! Someone goes, that's because the U.S. is a young nation without any real history.
Oh, okay. Where are you from?
Okay, I'm pregnant. I think we're okay.
I'll say because I'm pretty sure that is a uniquely British thing. The 4,000 different accents within the country.
I don't know, like, wouldn't France and, like, Germany definitely has a ridiculous amount of accents. I don't know about France.
French people all have the same accent. Put upon.
I don't really notice the difference, I guess, between... I'm not very good at accents anyway, so I hardly... Like, when I meet a lot of Americans, I wouldn't be able to tell the slight, distinct differences between certain ones. Obviously, some are very big difference, like, what's the one from Fargo? Where's Fargo set?
That's a Southern Canadian, Northern United States, Midwestern accent.
Is that Minnesota?
Well, yeah, it's not a Minnesotan accent though. It's more just like that area of the country. So like,
okay.
So like you get a lot of people from Minnesota, but there's also probably a couple of people in Northern Michigan, and it's an amalgamation between like Midwestern and Canadian, like and very early.
It's a
Canadian.
very distinct accent.
Oh shit.
So that one's very easily noticeable.
Wisconsin too, I'm pretty sure also has a pretty similar one. At least rural Wisconsin has a similar one.
Yeah, I'll plot to kill my rival. I don't have an issue with that.
Now, if you go to Florida, where Ben's at, there's
oh god,
there's quite a few accents, but it's of different languages because of
they all sound stupid.
Yep. And the more north you go, the more southern people get.
Yeah, well, you knew that was gonna happen. You're Kinslayer now.
I had a baby girl though, so the line is saved.
I think now people in chat are now talking about different countries and their age and how like someone says like Germany doesn't have any real history. It's only like 200 years old. So you do realize the land physically existed with people on it before the
That's not how it works, Ben. That's how it works. When Prussia ceased to exist and the German Empire came up, the land reset. The land just reset.
The land reset. There you go.
It's like switching a Nintendo on and off again. You lose all your progress in Mario. It's just
you had to you had to blow into Germany to get it to reboot.
But the people have a long history. Yeah. I mean,
oh my god, so many pop-ups.
I mean, technically, when people say, like, America has a very short history, that's because they are talking about, obviously, the nation of America, but they're also talking about kind of that distinct culture. Like, the people who went to America have a very long history because they came from other countries like France, Germany, England, Scotland. And so that is part of that history. But because they all come from different places, you can't really pinpoint it as a whole history.
Prussia existed till 1947? No, it stopped existing when Germany was unified.
I guess you could say American history is like the whole of Europe, because most Americans would come from somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, we killed everybody that was already here. Well, most of them.
Yeah, so you can't really say. You can say the Native Americans are the history of the land of America.
Well, I mean,
not of America.
Well, you know, you can't say America has.
Wow, what the fuck happened to the UK, or I mean, to Britannia, like the whole British Isles, like it looks like the Welsh won against the Scottish, but then they had uprisings that then took some of the land they took away. So no,
That's exactly what happened.
And I think they're still winning against the yeah, maybe.
They're at peace at the moment.
It was part of Germany. Well, that's not how that
Oh,
works.
wow.
Because it was a
Look
state
at
in
Scotland.
Germany doesn't means it wasn't. No, it's a sovereign nation anymore.
Scotland's in 4 wars. I think they've been invaded by 4 different Vikings. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. They're about to be gangbanged.
Alrighty. Back to the more interesting game that's being played. I'm just trying to hermetic with Fug 5. I really got my learning up.
I want a son, but I'm 40.
Prussia didn't cease to exist when the German Empire was established. Well, yeah, it kind of did. Just like all of the German states were no longer separate entities; they were part of Germany.
Well, Jews are gone.
They kicked out the whole of Tibet.
Well, I don't have to pay them back now, so I'm cool with it.
Okay,
I don't want to.
We have that door.
I don't want to be on your council. I don't like you, and you don't like me. So. And in all fairness, America is technically, has a longer history as a nation than a lot of European countries.
Yeah.
If you're talking about the actual,
you're talking about the nation.
If you're talking about
age.
the like nation state equivalent of what they are today.
And also take in
yeah,
mind that the United States did begin out of not only the 13 colonies, but also just in terms of like pre the 13 colonies as well, like the original settlers.
Where you go, I guess about. When was the first Jacobstown? Was that the first one?
Something like that.
That was in the like 1501, I think.
Yeah.
No, if it's 1550, I think.
I think it's
more like mid 50s.
I'm
That would be like
up.
that'd be like
looking it
Henry
up.
VIII time. I'm sure it was like Elizabeth III was the first. Sorry, the Elizabeth I was the first colony.
Oh, I'm an American. I don't know anything about British monarchs.
Okay. You know Henry VIII, yeah? You do know that one.
He's a fat guy.
Yeah, the one who had
there
many
you go.
wives.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think there were colonies when he was king, and 1501 would have been around his time.
To be fair, Jake, what was that? Or no, that was the Roanoke colony. Oh no, one of them did. I don't think a lot of them lasted too long at the start.
First official colony was 1607. It says
1507.
1607.
Oh, 1607. Yeah, I was about to say, because Jacobstown, I think, was named after...
Oh, hey, look, that revolt succeeded, and now it's an independent country.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, hey, if we're going all the way back, like is the Zapotec were settled in like 7500 BC, so fuck it.
The Bon people, yeah, are independent.
Native American tribes have several thousands of years of history.
The problem is that a lot of it's not recorded, so we don't know a lot of it, sadly.
A lot of it was recorded in terms of oral traditions, but
Stories.
yeah, they didn't.
Yeah.
And a lot of them also during the time of like the 5 civilized tribes converted a lot of those oral traditions into like writing. So
But it's not enough. This is not enough.
Doesn't mean they
though,
didn't
is it?
exist.
Like, it's not. Yeah, what I mean is that we just don't know much about the history, like a detailed history. Like
at the point,
thing about like, the Romans and stuff is a lot of it's written down.
I think the point
there's a fun little fact. There was actually a city, I think it's around where modern day St. Louis is. That was
Cahokia.
Something like that. I don't remember. It was definitely on the Mississippi River, but at around the same time in which the New World was discovered, that city was the same like size in terms of area covered
as
London.
Did you know
like, if it had like 250,000 people living in it or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm almost positive it's Cahokia. I might be pronouncing
well,
that wrong.
they discovered shells from the Gulf of Mexico. Like they would have only been able to been from like a saltwater ocean. So they found shells and things like that. So there was obviously a large trade network up and down the Mississippi River.
Oh, wow. We control a piece like in the middle of India, and I just asked for a title, and the king gave me a piece down there. That's a bit far away. It's in a dangerous place. But did you know, like, if you learn history, there's history and classical history, and usually we discern it by 1066. So things after 1066 is normally considered like academic history.
That's a
and
very
before that is
that's-
seen as
That's a
classical
very
That's a very
British
British.
method.
method
No,
of
no, no.
going.
Do you know? No, but I was about to say. Do you know why? It's not because it's not just because it's British history, but that is when a lot of governments in Europe started to record all of their stuff, like more formally. Because before that, obviously with the Dark Ages and stuff, a lot of that sort of stuff was lost. A lot of the recording, like obviously the
Before
Romans
the Dark
and Greeks
Ages,
would
though,
have done
there were
it, but-
entire empires that recorded everything.
Exactly, that's what I just said. But then after that, a lot of it was lost, and also a lot of stuff was burned. So a lot of it is undocumented, and there's not much of it left. But after 1066, a lot of those records survived, such as the things like the Doomsday Book, which was the book that the William the Conqueror had to kind of basically record every single person in Britain, how many people there were, who owns what land, how many kids they have, and everything. That's why they normally choose.
Why
that
was
time.
the census sheet called the Doomsday Book?
I think it's Domesday, like D-O-M-E. How do you pronounce Domesday? Domesday? I think
You're
something like that.
you're the British person here.
What am I meant to know about that?
I'm
only
relying on
British.
you for the British
Yeah.
idioms here.
It's not an idiom, it's a book.
An idiom is a like a regional dialect. So pronunciation of what?
No, an idiom is a saying, usually a regional saying.
Yeah. So I'm relying on you
You
as the
said
British
dialect,
person.
so
I'm relying
not
on
an
you as the
idiom.
British person to know what this stuff is.
I know what the Domesday Book is. I don't know why it was called that.
Well, we're at the end of this episode.
Oh, this is me, isn't it?
Yep.
This guy's a eunuch. He would make a great chancellor. Anyhow, thanks for watching as we go off the rails and out of our minds, guys. You could find links to the other perspectives provided in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. And we will see all of you guys next time.
Bye.